If you have an addictive personality, it's like putting sugar into your gasoline tank. There's going to be problems. Hi, my name's Antoinette and I'm awesome. Today I'd like to talk to you about the gateway drug. There are so many different things that can be that gateway drug, and that's that thing that leads you into your addiction. We're talking about cigarettes, alcohol, marijuana, we're talking about prescription pills. You know, there's a lot of us who like to drink but don't consider that you're an alcoholic. You can socially drink, and that's fine if that's you. But when we drink, we may be a cigarette smoker who says, you know what, I smoke my cigarettes so that I don't get that high buzz, I get to stay at a level place. But what happens when the cigarette smoking is not enough? Say I'm a smoker and I've been smoking all my life. All of a sudden, my marriage is going south. Things aren't working out. That right there has become an issue. And as I'm dealing with this issue or not dealing with issue and smoking my cigarettes, after a while, that's not going to be enough to help me forget about my issues or just even deal with my issues. And therefore, we wind up picking up marijuana. We may wind up picking up pills. We may even graduate to alcohol or even a stronger drug. We know that most addicts have an addictive pattern in their life. And then once we have an issue that arises that we don't deal with, we have that gateway drug that we're already playing with, that's gonna allow us to pick up something even heavier, because first of all, I've been doing this and I'm not getting any relief, so now I need something a little stronger. I need something that's gonna take the edge off, as a lot of us say. And then therefore we find ourselves graduating into something even stronger. And after a while, we see that thing is helping me deal with this issue. Yeah, I forgot, or it doesn't bother me as much. But then when it comes back, what do? Okay, I gotta lay the marijuana down. Now I gotta go buy me some powder. And we find ourselves doing something else. So this gateway drug, I want you to think about it. It opens the door for other things to come in, for other addictions to come in. And we're not just talking about chemically. I'm talking about, you got the marijuana smoker who likes to look at pornography. They open doors to other things and other avenues in our life that addict us to other things, because we all know addiction does not just lie with chemical substances. I started out smoking marijuana. Of course, I was your sociable drinker, but drinking never was my thing. It really didn't move me, so to speak. I started out with marijuana, and after a while, me and the girls, we're smoking, and just like I stated, marijuana just wasn't enough anymore. Yeah, we would get that buzz, and with any drug, you can only go so high. So we started adding to it. First it was powder. We started mixing cocaine powder with it. After that, even the powder wasn't enough, so we started mixing the rock form of cocaine, which is crack. We started mixing that with our marijuana. Even after that, it didn't take us where we felt, we hadn't reached that point yet of some people will say, I don't want to say ecstasy, but we hadn't reached that heightened point yet. So we cut the marijuana and stuck to the crack. And then after that, of course, it just escalated. Now, Antoinette, I know you're not trying to tell me that alcohol is a gateway drug. Well, guess what? Yes, it is. Say you're going out with the guys and you sociably drink. That's understandable, and you have a few drinks and you guys have a good time and you go home. But say the next day you wake up, it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and the first thing you go for is a beer or a shot, and then you find yourself doing that on a regular basis or just even out all through the day. Guess what? Folks, there are some signs that lead up to letting you know if addiction is on the way. If you're drinking in the middle of the day, or in the morning when it's coffee time, or in the afternoon when it's tea time, and you got a shot or beer, there might be a problem. So For those who are just thinking that, no, I can drink, yeah, I'm not saying that you can't drink. If that's what you do, and don't get me wrong, I'm not encouraging anyone to drink. But I am saying there are some people out there who don't believe that alcohol is a gateway drug. That's what I'm addressing, that it is a gateway drug for those who have this addictive personality and find themselves just taking one, but one begins 2, 3, 4, and the next thing you know, you're drinking all hours of the day, all day, every day. That's where the problem lies. So I do want to let you know that this thing, this gateway drug, whether, like I said, it be marijuana or prescription pills or alcohol or cigarettes, it's real, folks. Now, the latest craze is medication. And everybody says, well, okay, that's not a gateway drug. Doctors give me that. Yes, they do. Doctors prescribe medication all the time for different reasons. I want to give you an example. I had 2 major back surgeries back to back. And then after the surgeries, of course, I was on your morphine, I was on your Dilantin, I was on all of this good stuff. And after a while, guys, they sent me home with this prescription. I thought, yippee! Because at the hospital, every 3 hours, instead of asking me was I in pain, here's your pill, here's your pill, here's your pill, I was being fed this pill that chemically was setting off something inside of me. Now, remind you, addictive personality here, folks. Knowing I have an addictive personality, I was continually taking these pills. So by the time I spent 7 days in the hospital and got home with the prescription of the same thing that I was taking, I was there. We will find ourselves starting a whole new addiction, a lot of times without even knowing it and justifying it by saying, guess what? My doctor said I can take this, so this is okay. But it's not about what the doctor says, it's about the abuse of. And that's with any and every drug. That's with the alcohol. That's with the marijuana. That's with the abuse of. And it's so easy to do, guys. It is so easy to do. I thank God that I had people in my life that saw that thing. It was like, hey, Niecy, hey, friend, hey, cuz, I see something. And you know, I had to respond to that because I saw it too. Folks, you got to be real with yourself. You know if you're getting addicted or not. You know better than I know. So I just encourage you, if that's the case, please seek help, because there's no shame in saying, I have a problem. The shame comes when I do this. So guys, I get it, because see, I was a marijuana smoker too, and you know how it is. We can solve world war, we can be the brain surgeon, we know how to fix everything in the world. I was a gourmet cook when I was smoking my weed. I would go and I would prepare all these delicious meals in my mind and mine alone. So I just want you to know that, you know, we think because we're enjoying it, we're not hurting anybody, that this is not opening doors for other things. But it is, because just like we know that crack cocaine, it kills the endorphins, marijuana slowly, it cuts out the memory. It allows, it kills as many cells as the other addictions does as well. And guys, once we kill these cells, it takes longer to repair them. Don't get me wrong, they can be repaired within time, but why take that chance? Why? So I just want to encourage you, you know, don't get that misconception. Marijuana is not as bad as crack. Marijuana is not as bad as heroin. It's not as bad as alcohol, because I'm here to tell you, yes, it is. So if you're that smoker who can smoke one joint or one blunt and you're good, that's fine. But if you feel yourself wanting more, then that might be a sign. That's an indication to you that, hey, I may be becoming addicted. I may actually have a problem. And guess what? It's okay to admit that to yourself, because there's help out there. There's help out there to help you with your addiction. But first of all, you got to take that first step and admit there's a problem. So, if you want to hear more, hit the thumbs up button, share your comments, and subscribe. And remember, the journey is not always about where you're going, but sometimes how to get there, one day at a time. Until next time. Peace out.